It sails over the inline.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Josh Allen in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Check 4, check 4.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punter Cook, who sends it away. Agnew now to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go. Pick the edge. Come. Zebra. 40's the mic.
Foles. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kenny Young. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
Hey. 4 down. Heat cool. Motion.
On 3rd down, they run with Blue. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson from the shotgun. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. And some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll look to run with Ingram, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch the screen. Pass. Go with 5-3. Go with 5-3. 25. Check 25.
Now Foles. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Patrick Owasor. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. On 3rd down, Blue. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
I'm coming. Watch the safety creep.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something. Here we go. Check 3. Check 3.
On 2nd down, Ingram takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Jackson, and he's got his man, Marquise Brown. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
Mike 50. Right here. Hey, Mike's 50. Come on, D. Check 37. Check, go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Switch. Ready, go.
On 3rd down, Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Motion.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley, and he'll be out right at the 35. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta.
Staying open.
Here we go. Throwing again on second down. Foles. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now Brown. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run here with Ingram. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Brown, the lone receiver, left. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
What's screen? Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I got you.
Now Jackson. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Here comes the ball. I see you, boy. I see you.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Foles. The open man is Westbrook. A good pick up there of 20 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter. Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan. A pass complete here to Conley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
We got 4. We got 3.
2nd and 5. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter. Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one. Has that happened to you before? No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now. I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point? The kicker. Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time. There goes Mark Ingram. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 91 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play. It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll try and run for it with Hill. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Patrick Owasor able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Hey, Zoo. 4 down. 48's Mike. 48's Mike. Hey, they're scared. Check 48's the Mike. Check 48's the Mike. Tighten up. Pull it together. 48.
They'll drop to throw. And able to find Conley. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. So that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Foles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 2nd and 10, Foles. He completes it to Westbrook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And the Jaguars first down. Black. First and 10, 18-yard line. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Check. Lucky.
To throw is Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Here we go.
First down, Baltimore.
Ready, go. 50. Yeah, let's get set.
On first down, Ingram. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Hey, 50 the mic, 50 the mic. Blue down. Hayward. 50, go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Control. Football. Mike's 50. You're not ready. Mike's 50. Hey, we heavy on the edges.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, sound one.
Hey, orbit. Check 31.
Hey, Caden. Johnson, hit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10.
4 down. Alert.
Second and 10. And that's complete. It's Allington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Here I come. Hey, we're going Mike 40. Let's go, defense.
Foles. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 55 yards. Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
You ain't going nowhere.
They'll run. This is Blue. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. They'll try and run it in with White. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
Nifty move. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
And the Raven 1st down.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 32-yard line.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down. 3 down. Hot 7, hot 7. Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go, here we go. Slam, slam. He's checking, he's checking.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Tight right, tight right. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Jim, 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 Jim. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Check, 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 check. Check, oh, check, oh.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Judon. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Foles. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Jackson, option right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Jackson will keep it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Got it. Check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
They'll try and run. Ingram. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.